Là déjà on va avoir une grande intro. Après le jeu pour moi, s'ils l'ont pas touché graphiquement etc, ça m'est égal. Hein. Ce qui compte, c'est pas ce qu'on voit, c'est plutôt la journée. Voilà. Ce qui compte c'est la journée. C'est l'évolution.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-like colonization project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us. Literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
Alors, tac, je faisais juste un petit tweet. Voilà. Donc configuration du personnage masculin. Et c'est de base. Je pense que c'est niveau centimètre 1m80. Voilà, 1m80. La peau, on va lui donner un petit peu de couleur là, comme ça là. Voilà. Cicatrice mon gars. Parce que... Bon, c'est pas Kratos. Comme ça. Cheveux, on va laisser de base. Comme... pas de base. Alors ça, on va le laisser. La voix, on va le laisser comme ça. Là, on est en... Normalement, c'est la version de base, c'est américain. Anglais. Mais on va mettre les voix japonaises avec les sous-titres français. Voilà, c'est ce qu'on va faire commencer. En fait, les voix japonaises, on peut les activer que quand on est en jeu. On peut pas les activer avant. Enfin, on va attendre que ça débute. Après, le jeu est totalement français au niveau texte. Texte et sous-titres.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. Careful.
Parti là.
Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours?
Alors, bienvenue Elma.
You don't even remember your own name? Must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
C'est... Voilà. Hop. Faire ça comme ça. Hop. Voilà.
Good, there we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move?
Ah oui, bien sûr.
We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
Ça tombe bien, j'avais ça dans la poche. Alors, les endroits marqués par un point d'exclamation, c'est les objectifs là. Voilà, c'est parti, normalement.
most of the white whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the white whale, do you? You know, the L002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right? Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway.
Oh, remarque qu'elle dit ton ancienne planète.
Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed. Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Premier combat. Bon, c'est du classique, hein, Xeno. Hein. On est parti.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight!
Assault hammer! Flame grenade!
Shadow strike! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike!
C'est assez simple. Après, voilà. Plus on aura d'équipement, ça ira assez vite.
There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know. Then you're interested. In that case,
Sure.
I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Opération. Plus qu'à récupérer. On donne des objets.
Open fire! Follow me! Assault hammer! Flame grenade!
I can't move.
C'est électrique.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
What?
Slide. Move in and do some damage.
Alright. New man.
Alors on peut faire corps à corps et on peut faire à distance. L'objectif. 274. Bon, on va se les faire, ça.
Alright, it's on.
Let's see what you've got.
Assault hammer!
Shadow strike.
Robe armor!
Sliding.
Flame grenade! I
Ambitieusement.
I need healing.
I should heal up first. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Shadow strike. Slide. Move in and do some damage.
I can't.
Non.
This team never loses.
Je sais de faire mon truc. On va continuer vers notre objectif.
Open fire. Follow me. Flame grenade. Chrome armor.
Shadow strike.
Assault hammer.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Reinforcements. Watch out. Slide. Move in and do some damage. Scream edge. Upper hand.
Flame grenade.
Shadow strike.
Chrome armor. Instead now we're stuck on a planet. No.
Slide.
Bon, pour l'instant, de toute façon, c'est pas utile. Ce sera, ça sera utile pour faire ça. Avec des munitions, etc.
The rain's starting to let up.
Voilà.
Just in time for sunrise. Follow me.
Alors là, ça va être bien.
I
Ça va être
promise
bien
you're
parce
gonna
que
love this.
le jeu, en fait, il est très verdoyant, couleur et tout. Là, on ne voit pas pour l'instant parce qu'il peut. Hein. C'est ce qu'il a dit, hein, ça commence à se calmer. On va voir le lever du soleil. Ça change, hein, niveau couleur. Là, les monstres genre dino se réveillent. Et ça commence. La vie reprend son cours.
Pretty wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together. We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home.
Quand même.
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed.
Voilà, là-bas donc c'est notre maison, notre
That first
base.
step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Donc on est parti. À la base. Voilà, faut faire gaffe. Plus d'ennemis. Et en fait, faut pas chercher des noises au gros. Je sais que moi, je me suis dit, oh, attends, on va aller dans une zone. À peine débuter le jeu. Et t'as des level 80, level 90. Bien sûr, je suis mort. Ça, je l'ai su. Bonjour, madame. Ah oui, parce que c'est influencé aussi par l'heure, voilà. Alors, je vais les laisser. S'ils ne m'attaquent pas, on verra plus tard. Eux, ils sont sur la route.
Engaging. Lay down some fire.
Assault hammer! Rogue armor!
Slide. Screen edge. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee
Send them
attack.
for a loop! Flame grenade!
Now, melee attack.
Rogue armor!
Sliding. Scream edge. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain!
Non, j'ai raté.
Upper hand. Sliding.
Alors normalement, ceux qui ont des petits trucs, c'est des objectifs, ça va m'être déjà être utile. C'est arrivé à la ville.
Assault hammer!
Strike.
Rogue armor! Flame grenade!
Sliding.
peux mettre...
Open fire! Follow me! Now, close in and clean up!
Now,
Flame
my
grenade!
turn.
Throw armor!
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain! They didn't see that coming.
Slide.
Bien mettre leurs coordonnées pour le plus de dégâts l'histoire de possible.
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Never loses.
Nice work.
Pour l'instant on est que 2, mais après on aura une équipe de 4. Alors lui par exemple niveau 6, je vais le laisser en paire. Par le petit niveau 1 là.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight.
Flame grenade!
Sure, nice. Move in and do some damage.
Throw armor!
Shadow strike. Early bird. Sliding. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. That put it down. Move in and keep the rhythm
No
going.
pushing!
Shadow strike. Upper hand.
Hurry!
I should heal up first. Sliding. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Flame grenade! This team never loses!
We got it. Let's move.
Lui je vais le laisser hein, niveau 6. Pour l'instant on va jouer calme.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight.
Flame grenade!
Shadow strike.
Throw armor!
Early bird.
Now, close in and clean up!
Slide. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay, here comes the pain!
That put it down. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Please, this is nothing. It's not over. Follow me!
Now it's my turn. Slide.
J'ai raté.
Throw armor! Assault hammer! Please, this is nothing.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Slide. Shadow strike. Upper hand.
avancer petit à petit. Alors attendez. Hop. Parce que maintenant, ouais. On est sur le bon chemin. Charge.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside. Grexes. And they're riled.
Les Grecs.
We can't leave them roaming here. Not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Alors, deux armes blanches. Alors, vous portez deux armes différentes quand vous êtes à pied, une arme blanche et une arme de longue portée. Ah, c'est du note avec X, hein. Bon, c'est ce que je fais, hein, de toute façon. Voilà. Et ça sera après les arts à débloquer. Alors là, associer arme et donc encore un. Charge secondaire. Alors, bon, la recharge secondaire est pleine. Il gagne grandement en efficacité. Voilà. Résultat, bon, on est parti. Niveau 3, niveau 4. Ah, il est focus sur moi maintenant. Ah, il esquive, le mec.
Move in and do some damage.
Okay, here comes the pain. Now, close it and clean up.
Now it's my turn.
Yes.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
Échange de classe. Attends. Alors, équipement de terrain. Voyons voir les petits... La résistance c'est moins 5. Il y a que dalle. C'est normal. Regardez ce que c'était. Bon. Là j'ai des attaques là tout à l'heure. Ici. 15. Alors normalement les PNJ c'est quête secondaire, objectif à trouver, etc. Hop, à l'ascenseur.
Too shabby, huh? For a giant beach spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles.
New
Welcome
Los Angeles.
to NLA.
New LA.
So it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light, and our future was uncertain.
Alors après l'espèce de tour là qu'on voit avec 60%, on comprendra les explications. Pourquoi est-ce qu'il y a 60%, etc. Il y a une signification. Et il n'y aura pas tout le temps 60%. Voilà. Alors, sauvegarder, oui.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
Alors il y a beaucoup de blabla au début, hein. C'est normal. Hein. C'est un RPG. C'est normal. Mais là, normalement, il présente les affaires, l'équipe, qui mettent le lore, etc. C'est assez lent au début. Je pense que c'est première heure ou deuxième heure de jeu, c'est à peu près ça.
These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of all
2 days ago, ma'am.
I stand here truly humbled and grateful.
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
And a better tomorrow.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what?
Il y a un système de relations
Come on, seriously? Shosan was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech.
Ou pas ces personnages et tout. En fait, après, il y a des affinités qui se créent, même pour les options, pour les...
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
New Los Angeles. Petit part. Alors, ce qui est bien, c'est qu'on peut sauter. Ça va plus vite. Laisse cracher. Ah ou pas? Ah si.
Damn it! Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly!
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-whos? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Alors, on va voir le dubitatif, on va voir un qui est dubitatif.
She's 13, and I know she looks young, and she is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Voilà. Oh. Porteur.
From up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn.
Et parce qu'il va y avoir une zone en fait où il va y avoir l'émission à faire. Il va y avoir les upgrades, les items et tout qu'on peut prendre, soit pour nous, soit pour le robot, les armes et tout. Donc très important.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Linley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Ah. C'est par là. Et juste avant, on va aller voir la remorque. Allez, on va le faire maintenant. Trop de chat. On m'a dit de ne pas perdre de temps parce qu'on verrait ça plus tard. On va lui faire.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Alors, montrer de l'intérêt.
I think I can answer that one. So, You must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Ms. Cool. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No.
Non.
Nothing to worry about.
Ah si, elle est.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma.
Lucas d'échappement dans l'habitacle du robot.
Excellent work out there.
Ça va.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here.
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover.
Ah là, il y a un gros briefing normalement.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Bon, ce le meeting là.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is
Ils sont là un quart d'heure en train de...
You may remember me as captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin? It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between 2 hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Exodus, hein, c'est donc colonisation d'autres planètes
on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space.
Là, elle est réduite en poussière.
But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed.
For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the white whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Arche de vie.
Take a look at this.
On le récupère.
The white whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Il va falloir détecter, retrouver plusieurs de ces pods.
Ah yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Voilà, on est reparti, chapitre 1. Faites une visite guidée du quartier administratif avec Lynn et Elma. En apprendre plus sur le quotidien d'un agent du Blade. Parti. Ah non, c'est pas là. Mince. faire le tour de la zone.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that scale. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Quand même, hein. Elle a quand même 13 ans. Hein. On fout, c'est japonais. Alors, demandez ce qu'est un scale.
What? You don't remember what a scale is? That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, just... I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats.
Et oui, on va voir le
Wasn't
droit en
enough
autre.
to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without scale technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around.
Qui est plus,
So yes,
plus
as you
Jason.
might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first?
Voilà.
That's where we take on our
Ah,
assignments.
c'est intéressant.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Parti le fameux tableau avec les missions.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout Console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout Console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey!
Voilà. Alors, parti par là.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Alors shopping. Par là.
Hey. So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
Eh oui. Yeah.
Huh? Oh, right, the torque.
Skell avec
I
nos
think all that's left is
upgrades
the
et
heart
nos
of Blade
machins.
itself. Blade Tower.
Yeah. Là, l'objectif, hein, on voit vraiment tout ce qu'on a visité pour l'instant, c'est des trucs qui sont essentiels au jeu. Essentiel au jeu, hein. C'est-à-dire que on va visiter ça plusieurs fois, chercher les missions, faire des upgrades, récupérer des éléments et voilà.
Really?
Listen.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ.
Blade
The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chausson, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Voilà. Alors, vous avez effectué la visite du quartier. Voilà, donc on a fait la mission. On a fait la mission. Alors, comme tu te rappelles de stase, nanana, voilà. Regarde. On est bien. Alors, attends. Faut que je rentre là, merde. Oh, c'est à l'intérieur. On va descendre par là. Blade.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Alors, regardez Nagui dans les yeux qui s'est décidé, accepter.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
C'est été vite hein, pour devenir un bled. Hein. Maintenant, il faut faire l'entraînement.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data.
Donc là, on a la map globale. Hein. Ça, c'est des secteurs, des espèces d'hexagones. C'est des secteurs en fait qu'on va découvrir. Chaque secteur ou chaque zone a des attributs spéciaux, etc. Ça me sera utile plus tard quand on recherchera certains éléments pour faire des armes ou des pièces. Voilà, cette sonde, voilà, on doit. En fait, pour activer après les zones, pour qu'on y aille et tout, faut mettre des. Faut utiliser les sondes d'extraction. Et après on peut se téléporter. Tu peux aller à pied de la base où tu veux, c'est chaud. C'est parti. Le 2 en cours.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the east gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh? Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back. But
Ouais.
wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you?
Exactement, on a affronté des Grecs.
Hey, that's still pretty cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the east gate, shall we?
Parti. C'est parti là-bas. Bah, il n'y a plus personne, tiens. Hop. Les cinématiques, c'est tout le monde se bat. Alors, Eleonora nous a donné une mission. C'est parti. Porte Est. Thomas, il a des trucs là. Qu'est-ce qu'il veut, Thomas?
Hey. Yes?
Dire d'autres, mais tu prends le
Hey.
Annulé, non. Spécial. C'est parti. Et à la pampa. Ah, il pleut. Bordel. Alors normalement, je sais pas si vous remarquez, mais en haut à droite, il y a l'heure, il y a le temps. Et après, il y a les attributs. Il y a des pluies qui sont acides. Voilà. Faire gaffe à ça aussi. Faire ça. Il y a des éléments. Alors, niveau 9. Voilà, faut pas leur chercher des noises. Parce que c'est un petit peu embêté. Par un 9 niveau, c'est trop. Ça, c'est... Vas-y, un gros monstre.
What the hell happened here? You don't think that one Canicula could have killed all these simius? Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Canicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Canicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Canicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Canicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Canicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Canicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or country, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Attaquer!
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Well, all right. I'm game if you are.
Ah, je le savais.
Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right. Let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Que je regarde, niveau 5, niveau 6. Et niveau 5 aussi. On va voir, hein. Alors la tête, pour diriger les attaques là. Ok.
Big he's that. Open fire! Follow me! Have that flame fire!
Et sur moi, et de la traite. ça va.
Not balance.
Infuriate!
Early bird.
Flame grenade!
Light.
Roam armor!
Shadow strike. Not balance.
I need heat.
I need you up first.
Thanks for the backup.
Fire carnival!
Yeah.
Okay, here comes the pain. Now, close in and clean up.
Ouais, def.
Target. Buff up now.
You want it? You're gonna get it.
Shadow strike.
Que 9.
Yeah. We're on top of this now. Not balance.
Infuriate!
Tendons destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain. Damn, I need healing.
I owe you one. I should heal up first.
Flame grenade!
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Roam armor! Okay, here comes the pain.
Putain, 8. Oh, d'accord. C'est même pas la peine, là. Yes. Et un petit niveau là.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Vas-y, plante.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Yep. Pas planté.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Ok. Là on a information de section. Vous trouvez ici des informations sur les tâches à remplir dans chaque section. Chaque catégorie est affichée avec sa propre icône. Terminer ces missions augmente le pourcentage d'exploration. Voilà. De section. Voilà, vous pouvez aussi afficher manuellement sur la mini-carte les marqueurs de section. D'une section en particulier en sélectionnant. Voilà. Là, tout est ok. Alors, épave de véhicule. Là, on a un tyran. Là, c'est le quai. Et là, on a trésor. Voilà. Changer et renforcer les arbres en lien. Hein. Ah bah attends, on va le faire ça. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? Ça c'est ce qu'on a déjà débloqué. Et... puissance d'art, alors attends, on a de la thune. Alors ça c'est essentiel. Non, c'est celui-là qui est essentiel. Renforcer. Requis 4 dispo. À renforcer. De toute façon. On va tout le temps l'utiliser celui-là. C'est pareil. Requis 36, dispo 2, et bon, on peut plus rien faire. Non, rien faire, ok. Changement, Elma. Elma, qu'est-ce qu'elle a? Onde tranchante, flamme, avantage, opération. Les dégâts d'armes, fatigue et boost. Hein. La catégorie a 2 armes. Dégâts. On va lui booster ça. De pouvoir critique. Bon, c'est quoi? Augmente le niveau de pouvoir de critique. On va aller bourrin sur ça. Pour les soins. Et Lynn. Là j'ai encore un truc. Voilà. Alors équipement. Ouais, c'est que de l'esthétique normalement. Fond de terrain. Alors, défense 2, ça augmente. Ça, c'est les trucs de DBZ ça. La gravité. Rien. Des... Ça. dépenses, pour l'instant on n'a rien. Et on a pris. On aille où? Faites un rapport, ok, donc on va revenir en arrière. Petit ennemi là, putain, niveau 10, c'est ouf. Je vais le laisser tranquille. Niveau 7, ouais, bon. Ah, on va pas chercher la merde là. Ouais, ces petits trucs. Herbivore. Bercail.
Commander Vandam.
Vandam.
Well, now look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Ouais. Bien.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Paris.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Alors, choisir le...
Whoa there, Itchy Trigger. I know you're just chafing at the bit to run out there and grab the world by its tail, but you need to choose a division first. Once that's all hashed out, we can get into detail about what your first assignment's gonna be.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission.
Alors, on va choisir notre catégorie.
It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akalov and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division.
Interceptor.
Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira and have this place completely figured out, everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones. You name it.
Toutes ces catégories en fait, avoir des missions à faire.
It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigents.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Voilà, on peut interchanger. On peut interchanger de toute façon les divisions.
Yeah, and we're on pins and needles here.
Alors, mission, tac tac tac, on va prendre...
Then it's settled?
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Voilà. Au détecteur de
Now for the
force.
job. Let's get down to brass tacks.
La DBZ.
Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a Skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Non. Bon. Nelson. Bataillon. Alors, tu souhaites rentrer quelque part en éclair, nous avons un voyage rapide qui permet de retourner instantanément à un point de repère ainsi que aux emplacements de sonde. Les différents qu'on peut avoir plusieurs à la fois. Quartier administratif. Oh, attends. Voyons voir. Sortir par là. Alors, on va là. Voyage rapide. On a combien là? Ah, ici, on a 1 kilomètre. 1 kilomètre de la sonde. Donc, à récup là. Tester les trucs.
All right, it's on.
Locked and loaded.
Flame grenade. Throw armor.
Fire particle.
Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
Assault hammer. Blast them before they get up.
Early bird. Shadow strike.
Victory is ours.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
De la viande. Attends, cible niveau 8. Niveau 8, on va là. C'est... Quoique. Mission sur le chemin.
Flame grenade. First in, first to win. Attack up close.
Now.
Assault hammer.
Slide.
Infuriate.
Nice. Move in and do some damage. Side slash.
Oh crap.
I should heal up
Hurry.
first. Slide. Move in and do some
Oh
damage.
non, c'est ce qu'il laisse.
Infuriate.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Yes. Ah, niveau 9. On peut tenter. Hein.
Looks like we've got no choice.
Flame grenade. First in, first to win. Attack up close. Throw armor. Infuriate.
Shadow strike.
Toppled them. Close in.
Okay.
Straight ahead. Bandage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Edge.
Upper hand. Side slash. Side slash.
Yes. They're getting close. Ah!
Wow.
Didn't see that coming. Gun him down. You're right. Throw armor.
Stop nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay.
Slinger.
Here comes the rain.
My cookie got better.
Supérieur. C'est l'avant. Il faut aller par là, par la plage.
Almost there. Give me strength. Flame grenade. First in, first to win. Attack up close. Infuriate. Assault hammer.
Fire carnival!
Recuperate.
Move in and do some damage. Side slash. This is wearing me down.
Hit him again for me!
Gonna make it.
What?
On. Take this.
I have to stay in this. Help me. Shadow strike.
Infuriate.
I'm sorry.
Throw.
Thanks a bunch.
This is nothing. Slit. It's not over. Follow me.
Wow, vas-y.
Fire carnival!
Ah, est-ce qu'il va me ressusciter? Je sais pas si elle peut ressusciter elle.
Sorry, I can't seem to get fired up. Wow, smash! Almost down, but not out.
Non,
Come on,
ça va pas le faire.
hit harder!
C'est pas grave. Ah, désolé. Il y avait du monde. Ben, on est reparti, hein. Reparti. 9. Bon, on va tester avec celui-là. Hein. En train de dormir, en train de penser. Mêlée, ouais. Tomber dessus. Protection. Elle. C'est bon. Ça va, ça va. Par là. Normalement c'est bon. Okay.
That's true on any planet.
Bon, pas le tout, mais le chemin. Ah, c'est par là. Perdu. Je me suis perdu. Par le bleu là.
We have no choice but to fight. Flame grenade! First in, first to win. Attack up close. Shadow strike. Assault hammer. Scream edge.
Là.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Side slash. Flame flow.
That's what I need.
Almost down, but not out.
Shadow strike. Wild down. Top nice. Move in and do some damage.
Hit harder.
Slide.
Flame grenade.
Fire carnival.
This is nothing.
Early burn.
Land flow.
High oak
That's
now.
what I need.
Melee attacks.
Waouh, attends. Ah, attends, il y a un truc qui est arrivé. Non. Il y a un gros qui est arrivé. Je vous ai buté. Bah, je vais pas chercher la merde. Je peux passer par là. Par ici. Lui, il est tout seul. Niveau 8. En fait, j'en aurais pu gagner, mais... Tac, dans ta face. Oh, elle me courait dessus. Voilà, la vie.
Nice work.
Et... Waouh, c'est lui qui est arrivé. 81. Laisse-toi. Ouais, mec. Par là. T'as les esquives pour l'instant. Laissez. Ah bah non. Des baignoises. Là c'est enfin hein. C'est loin. C'est loin. Alors, c'est bon, on attaque. Peut-être pas dans la bonne zone. Peut-être trouver. Passage. Je sais pas, peut-être là-bas. C'est derrière. Par le tout. Ah mais là c'est que des niveaux. Et là. Ah, il y a un truc là-bas. La flotte, hein. Oh, plus dans la flotte. Wow. Attention, monsieur. Il peut passer. Hein. Voilà. Les 21, non. Merci. Donc par là, je vais essayer de faire le calme. Niveau 7 là, niveau 9 ça va. Enfin. Pas aimé. Oh, bon mais lâche. Saigner le cochon.
Upper hand. Wearing you down. Guys. Just one more hit.
I don't want it to end.
C'était pas prévu. Pas prévu qu'ils viennent. On vienne plein comme ça là. 700 mètres. Putain, je suis trop loin. Trop loin. Les Pokémon là, je peux pas passer par les Pokémon. Ils ont l'air taquin. Taquin. Pokémon. Comment attaquer dans le fait? Non. Passer au milieu. Je le laisse. Monsieur. Passe. Il y a un truc qui m'intrigue, il y a un monument jaune. La baraque là. Waouh. Bon, j'avais pas vu ça. Mortifole planteuse. Oh. C'est grave. Pas grand chose.
Okay, here comes the pain. Now, loosen and clean up. Side flash. Let's play into it. All right. New man. Now we're stuck on a hole.
Yes. Attends, on va faire du stuff là. Où? Ah, c'est pas pour moi. Ban. Les arts, alors celui-là il fait quoi? Régénère la paix. C'est par là.
Damn. I knew we would have heard from them by now.
It was definitely fighting something. But this damage, it's not the usual claw or bite marks.
No signs of the team. If they were eaten, we'd know it. So did they walk away, or were they taken? Right. Either way, they couldn't have gotten very far. Let's keep looking.
Hold up, Elma. Check this out. I'm picking up an Earth-based IFF signal coming from that direction. It's Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
That thing over there, maybe?
It doesn't look natural, does it?
No, it doesn't. It looks like trouble.
And look at this. I'm picking up readings for other life forms, too. Multiple signals, moving around inside the structure. Elma, you don't think...
Il s'agit des formes de vie intelligentes et même...
I think you're right. Look at their movements. They're controlled, orderly. They're definitely not wild animals. Now the question is, are they native to Mira? Or are they visitors like us? And if so, from where?
You think it's one of the forces that destroyed Earth?
Let's not jump to any conclusions. It's a big universe out there. Of course, we shouldn't rule it out either.
Should we call this into HQ?
Yes, but not from here. If we're picking up their signals, they might be close enough to intercept ours.
You there! Drop your weapons!
Stay calm. We don't want to provoke them.
Earth aliens! Surrender! Now!
They know about Earth? You may have been right after all, Lynn.
Non, dégainer.
Stand down. Did you already forget my first lesson? Fighting is a last resort. Our friends here appear to be able to speak our language. Which means we need to find out if diplomacy is a viable option.
You're right.
We come in peace, and we're willing to negotiate. If you have any Earth alien prisoners, we'd ask the conditions for their release. If you don't, we'll leave you in peace.
No negotiations. No conditions. We have our orders. All Earth aliens must die.
Okay. Ça va?
They've seen us.
I'll get the jump on them. Attack up close.
Shadow strike.
Roll. Thanks for backup.
Side touch. Fire! Stream edge.
Not finished yet.
Shadow strike.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle. Side flash.
Fire carnival.
Upward hand.
Slide.
Move in and do some damage.
Watch me lay into it.
Shadow strike.
Wild down.
Stream edge. Side flex.
Possible.
So much for the diplomatic approach. What's the deal with wanting us all dead anyway?
Yeah, I wonder. They did mention they were following orders. Maybe someone higher up their chain of command would be willing to negotiate.
Pour d'aller en bas, l'énergie auxiliaire, ça va utile. Je me suis pas touché. Yes.
Lynn, can you give us an approximate location for that IFF signal?
Let's see. Seems to be originating from that building over there.
Then we'd better get moving. There's no time to lose.
Flame grenade! First in, first to win. Attack up close. Robe armor.
Now it's my turn.
Assault hammer. Infuriate. Flame grenade. Recuperate!
Shadow strike!
Wild down!
Upper hand!
Roll Okay, here comes the pain! Now, close it and clean up!
Now it's my turn!
Yes! Now get in close! Flame grenade! Assault hammer!
Shadow strike!
Normalement, il ne reste plus grand chose.
Sliding! It's destroyed! Move in and strike!
Okay, here comes the pain! Now, close in and clean up!
Watch me lay into it! Get down! Weaken him and lay in!
Flame grenade! Robe armor!
Thanks!
Use an aura! Get control of the battle! Shadow strike!
Fire carnival!
Side blast!
We have to play them.
I'll help you out anywhere. We can do this.
Regarde ici.